Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Tony's Phone Collection. Today we have a pink Motorola Razr with the water damage mark. I'll just peel that off because I don't like them being red. We are going to replace the front glass on these. We're going to try to take it off without breaking it off the other parts phone that we have, and replace this one because it does have a crack in it, as you can tell. Nothing too bad, but I still want to get it changed out. Here's our parts razor. This one has a really bad hinge. The flex cable is damaged, so the screen does not work, but the keypad lights up. I think it does anyways. I don't remember what was wrong with it. I know something about it didn't work, so we are just going to use this one for our parts. So like I said, we got a really bad hinge here on this one. So we're going to peel off this metal cover and try to take this glass without breaking it, hopefully. So let me see if I can find the right size. Torques a bit. Alrighty, stupid flashlight over there. Throw it on the floor. Okay. I got a Torx bit. We're going to have to pull off these little plugs. There's two down here at the bottom. You guys have seen the repair video before, so this is probably nothing new for you guys. So I do like the white background too. It does make the camera seem to work a little bit better with the brighter background. So there it is. And now we're going to take out the 4 screws. There's 2 right there. And there's the other 2 right there. So we're going to shut it, and we'll go ahead and peel off this metal plate. We're going to take our buttons. Alright guys, I got interrupted, but we were at the point where we were taking the buttons out. So once those are out, I'll grab a lighter. And I don't put it in the center, I put it on the very edge of it. And I just kind of get that adhesive nice and loose. Then grab a pry tool. Hopefully we don't crack it, but if we do, it's not a big deal. I say you just want to get it nice and warm so the adhesive cuts right through. It's kind of like working on a newer phone. Alrighty, and there's an old display lens, as you can see. Looks like I did right there. See, I did cut into it a little bit, so that kind of sucks. It just kind of scraped the painting off the back. I guess we could try to make a clear lens. We're gonna see what that does. If we don't like it, we won't put it on, but the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to grab my utility knife. It's going to get all the glue off of there. And then we'll just scratch the paint off as all it is. I've done this on a couple iPhone 4s and made them transparent. See, now it's have to wipe the glue off. I don't think it's scratching. I think it's just gluey and smeared. So now it's going to be clear and transparent. You want to make sure not to flex the glass either when you're doing this, otherwise you'll crack it. So hopefully we don't crack it. Alrighty, so we're almost done with it. So when we get done, it'll kind of look like that. Kind of different, I don't know. I'm just trying something different, guys, truthfully. I do have another one if I don't like it. I have a, I'm working on that new Motorola I got today, the Razr. All the parts on it are extremely cheap aftermarket parts. Like, this doesn't have the Motorola logo on it. The back cover, the plastic piece didn't stick down to the back cover. I mean, they're really cheap parts. I guess when someone tried to remanufacture it or something, did a really poor job on it. So, I got that other one that we drop test. I'm taking parts off of it. I already replaced the camera lens on it from the drop test that we cracked when we dropped it. Already replaced it with the one that was on the new housing. So we'll see how it turns out. I'm just going to pull the blade out so I can do it this way. And see, when I do it that way, I kind of get more of it all in one piece. It's just like a black painting on the back of the glass. Oops. So there we go, we got it all cleaned up now. So remember, this piece is going to go on the bottom. So we want to turn it over, because that's the piece that goes out towards the top. And we're just going to make them work so we know which one, I guess actually technically it should be out. And that way we know which side goes which way. So let's go and grab this old chassis. It's going to kind of look like this. Kind of transparent looking. I don't know. Maybe it'll look cool. Maybe it won't. We'll try it out. If we don't like it, we'll just pull the other one off of this phone. Or we got the drop test phone that we did. Here's the display off of it. We can also pull that one off. So not too big of a deal if we don't like it. So let's go and grab our crack lens right there, as you can tell. We're going to have to pull all these little rubber caps off. Let's grab the tweezers. It's going to pull the battery out. Or I thought it had a battery. I guess I was going to put this back on. I thought it had a battery. Let me see if I can find the tweezers. Not sure what I did with them. I thought I had them here. I'm going to drop them or something. Let me pause the video and look for those real quick. Okay, I found them. They were on the floor. So let's go ahead and get these out of there. You just want to be careful not to scratch anything. Is really all you want to be careful with. So then we're going to take off these screws. Now that phone that we did drop test had a good working US cellular board in there, and that's what we're actually putting in this other phone that I'm working on that we just got on the eBay lot. I'm just going to put the US cellular board in there instead of that unknown carrier one. So that's what I'm working on, just switching all the parts around, making it look decent. So there is our 4 screws from it. We'll go ahead and grab our spudger and come in here. I'll pull the buttons out. There's our piece of glass. Here is our good working phone. I'm going to slice through and take this piece off. There it is. Part of it. I'm going to heat it up a little bit. You just don't want to get the LCD too hot where the LCD is going to be damaged. It's nice and toasty. On this one, we're not going to get the spudger near the LCD like I did the other one. Just pick it up just like that. Here's our cracked lens. Completely removed. We'll go ahead and attach this little piece back on there just so we have it. We'll show it on the other phone just to keep that LCD protected. So there it is. Now we're going to take some alcohol and clean up the metal edge so that our new adhesive sticks. So let me grab the razor blade. Now you're going to want to be very careful when you do this. Try to remove all of this adhesive. So I put some alcohol on my rag, but I think it already dried up. Oh, there it is, never mind. So we'll go ahead and wipe this down. So let's go ahead and keep, there's a whole bunch of still adhesive on here, I think. It's pretty stuck on there over the years. Still not as good as like an iPhone's screen seal. Those are pretty much a pain in the ass to get off. All right, we got some more alcohol on the rag. Wipe down the LCD. Alrighty, as you can see, nice and clean. Now we got our glass. We're going to turn it on the upside down side. I'm going to come over here and clean it real quick. You basically just want it nice and clean. You don't want no glue or anything on it still, so just clean it off. So I'm going to put it down on this rag. And now we're going to set our plastic thing back on there. I'll show you how it's going to look. Actually, there's a little dent right there. I'm going to try and push that out a little bit. Make it not as noticeable. Let's see if we can kind of hide it a little bit. I see it kind of looks a little better. Yeah, we're not technically fully putting this on. We're not, because we don't have the buttons or anything in there. We're just going to see how it looks. It's kind of like that. It'll look alright, I guess. Whoops. I think we can make it look decent that way. Let's go ahead and grab some glue. Or some adhesive, I should say, is what we're going to use. Trying to see if I got some strips or something. I'm going to slide the camera over here. I'm going to cut some adhesive strips for the display piece. So let me do that real quick. Basically, it's just double-sided adhesive. I'll show it to you guys in a second. Yeah, it's just double-sided adhesive. You can get this roll really cheap on eBay. I always use the 3N brand. It seems to work the best. So I'm just going to take the knife. That's what we're going to use to cut the adhesive. Going to do the bottom. I know, guys, I'm sorry it's not showing you on camera. I'm going to go and pause this to get this done because it's taking a while. Alrighty, as you can see, I got all the adhesive laid on the edges. So we got our piece of glass. We're going to go and wipe it down one more time. I'm going to set it down. Go ahead and wipe it nice and good. Get all the old glue and residue off of it. Because you won't be able to take it back off really. I mean, you can, but, you know, waste adhesive that way, and I don't like to waste stuff, so I try to do everything the first time. Alrighty, pretty good there. It's going to give the LCD one last wipe. I know I might have touched it when I was cleaning or putting down the adhesive. Found an alcohol spot real quick. I'm going to give it one last wipe down. There it is. Alrighty. And now we're going to peel off the other side of the double-sided adhesive. Like so. This is kind of more the easy part, is putting the glass actually in. Alrighty, so you see all the edges are off. We'll go ahead and take our glass and line it up and set it down. Alrighty. Let's say if we don't like it, we'll just grab another piece of glass and put on it. It's not a big deal. We have a whole bunch, so let me go and set all this back down. As you can see, it's a little different looking. So we'll go ahead and pull our cover back off. And finish up down here. So under here, I'm just going to make sure the adhesive is nice and tight up on there. Make sure all the edges are pushed in. And then we're going to take our volume buttons and put back in place. If you haven't cleaned your phone before, this is probably a really good thing to do before you put it all back together, is clean all the buttons and underneath here. This one looks pretty clean, so we're not going to worry about it. So there it is. Let's go ahead and put the screws back in, and then all the covers and stuff like that. And you see these screws have a lot of glue and stuff on them. I'm going to slide the camera back down this way now. Hard to put in the hole. Alrighty. Then we're going to put our little covers back on. A little dirt right there. And then our little top ones. And there, it's back together. Let's go and grab a battery. I have one over here somewhere that I've been using to test these out with. Just going to let that turn on and wipe down the screen. So I got a bunch of glue on the outside, so. Alrighty, and there you go. Well, now if you're just doing the glass placement, you just peel off the old one and put on the new one. Like, you wouldn't have to make it transparent. But it looks kind of cool that way. I'm going to grab the back. So yeah, a little something different on the Razrs. Nice and glass, so. I don't know, kind of like it. It was a little different. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And stay tuned for the next one.